So I'm going to go over sections 12.3 and 12.4 here. 12.3 is a very short section, just going over things we've already seen. 12.4 actually I think is very good, especially this video. You should watch this video, and I'm going to assume that you're going to watch it before you watch this. The only thing I want to note on the page is that they have this weird print statement with curly braces. You can look that up. It's somewhere else in the textbook at this point. My class is jumping ahead. So here we've got a dot format S, which simply replaces the curly braces with that string. So it's just not particularly hard to see how that works in practice. So it's not too exciting, nothing to really worry about there. So, however, I do want to clear up one big thing that does happen. So, we've got Bob and we've got Bob. Here we go. So let's go ahead and see here. We've got Alice Turtle. So we've got Alice is equal to a turtle. We set her color to red. We're going to create a turtle called Bob, set his color to blue. And now I'm going to go ahead and tell them to move from, and I'm going to comment this out, move to the two different corners. So let's go ahead and say Alice goes up and to the left. Bob is going to go down and to the right. Right? She's going to go on negative 100 in the x direction and 100 in the y, whereas Bob is going to go 100 in the y direction or 100 in the x direction, and he's going to go down 100 in the y direction. So, and then I tell them both to draw squares, and they're going to draw these jagged lines before they move or before they draw their squares, simply because I didn't tell them to do pen up or pen down. So here, drew red, drew blue. That way you can know who's Alice and Bob, right? So, interesting thing goes on over here. So, I'm going to comment out Bob over here. Let's go ahead and let's switch this up. Tell Alice to draw her square to go, and then draw her square, then tell Bob to go. And we're going to tell him to skip drawing his squares. We're going to comment that out. So, what color is Bob going to draw his line? Right? Make your bets, people. Bob's line is blue. Alice made her box green. Now, why is that? Well, we did this. Then we said Alice. Alice gets passed into here. And inside this, Bob and Alice refer to the same turtle. Inside this, Bob is a special variable, a name tag it acquires once Alice passes into this. Alice goes into the turtle function, right? She enters, she takes a name tag, and the name tag says Bob on it. And she goes, fine, I guess I'll be Bob in this function. And so, inside this function, Bob, we know that Bob refers to Alice over here, and not this Bob, this out of the function Bob, right? Alice is Bob inside this function. Similarly, if once we tell Bob to draw the square in there, whoops, I'll run it again just so you can see. Once we run the function in there, we see that Bob changes his color to green just as easily. So it is worthwhile to know that and to understand the way that's going to work. You can pass in as many parameters as you want, by the way, for functions. So or rather, you can define as many functions as many parameters as you want in the functions, but you really only want as many as you need. So yeah, but this is all stuff I've gone over before. So review the lecture I did on functions if you're having issues with this.